I have with me today Lamia, who's the Secretary General of FEPORT. Lamia, can you tell me what you're doing to help your members during these challenging times for the industry?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, FEPORT is the organization which gathers 1,225 companies of all sizes, SMEs, but also big global and regional operators. And of course, our aim is to try to support all these companies, whatever is their size. The challenges are, I must say, quite the same, because at this moment we are struggling with the yards that are rather full and congested. And this is, of course, probably more relevant for the big ports, but actually it's also cascading to the secondary and smaller ports. So my role and my team's role is to assist in raising awareness among the policymakers in Brussels about the need to find sustainable solutions. And so therefore my members are actually providing us insights and providing us with input on how the situation is, operationally speaking, at this moment in European ports. And what I notice is that since COVID, of course, but after that with the Ever Given situation, and after with the Ukraine now and Shanghai soon, we are moving from one crisis to another one. But the few takeaways that we actually have from these different situations and disruptive situations is that the causes of the non-sustainable, I would say, functioning of the logistic chain are always the same ones, recurrent ones, and this is therefore is giving us even more appetite to try to find sustainable solutions. Cooperation is probably one thing that has been missing a lot, and our role is both to raise awareness among the policymakers, but also call our sister organizations also to encourage their members to actually have a good dialogue within the maritime logistic chain with the different partners, be it on the seaside, land side, but also at the very junction, which is the port industry side.
And amidst all of these current day-to-day challenges, we also have very tough climate challenges that we face with legislation, as well as our own wish to improve environmental matters. Amongst your members, where do you see the immediate gains being made in terms of sustainability of their operations?
Actually, my members were quite virtuous, and I was rather proud to work for an industry which was rather proactive, because my members were meeting the 2020 targets in terms of reduction of emissions well, I would say, before 2020. So they invested very early into greener equipment, green training for the labor force, and also, of course, any kind of solution that allows, I would say, an efficient and sustainable and green transfer of cargo from the yards into the next mode of transport. So I would say that for us, for my members, the way I heard it since I joined FEPORT is that for them sustainable can be profitable. And therefore they invested, because for them there is also an interest in investing in green equipment that at the end of the day is also allowing them to be more profitable when it comes to the impact, of course, the carbon footprint of port operations, but in fact, even in investing in an equipment that is going to be over time imposed by the legislator and the regulator, and therefore being somehow proactive or in advance of the binding or the regulatory obligations is a way for them to have a return on investment rather, coming earlier than for other industries that are not investing into sustainable equipment. So in a way, they are already realizing that the fact that they were quite proactive is actually also putting them in a better situation when it comes to profitability also.
Lamia, we're speaking today at TOC Europe 2022. How does it feel from your perspective to be back at a real-world exhibition again?
Very happy to be here. I think you need to know that TOC is the conference and the exhibition for my industry, and this is why we are very always close with the teams, with TOC. And last year I came, we were not very a lot, but we were already happy to be there in the format that was actually that prevailed last year. But this year it's a real pleasure to see again exhibitors, and of course to mingle, and of course to meet the colleagues and experts. I think that this industry is rather low profile in general, and this, when I talk about the industry, it's the port industry, of course. We are when I compare it to other industries, people are very modest. They don't show off a lot, you know, but it's very useful to have a talk and as an exhibition and a moment, a privileged moment for the players, the big players, to meet and to show how actually they are embracing the fourth industrial revolution with all its dimensions. That is digitalization, automation, etc. And therefore we should have a bit higher profile, you know, than compared to other industries. So for us it's pride and happiness to be here.
It's great to hear, Lamia. Thank you very much
for
your support of TOC Europe.
Thank you very much.